so here's our flyer to the Utopian Academy Awards. We are having the event May 8th at 6 p.m. at Sugar Plum Event Center. It is a dress to impress red carpet event. We'll have a showcase, dinner, awards, live performances, and these are up around our school. So follow me as I go to our meeting. All right, ladies, we have one more meeting after this one. But I just wanted to check in with our planning and see where we are. So I'm just going to start off with the purpose of our event. So we are doing our Academy Awards, our red carpet event, so everybody will be dressed to impress. So this event will function like a true Academy Award experience, okay? So we're going to kind of focus on student achievement, staff impact, creativity, and growth. And pretty much I just wanted, I know we talked about this previously, but I just really want to just bring out the red carpet type of experience, you know. I want student performances to be woven in. So in addition to our stations, I want that to be a piece of it. Awards across academics, arts, leadership, and character, and then visual displays of our students' work. All right, so I know last time we talked about stakeholder input, parent input, all of those things, and just kind of how we're going to tie in the academics to our Academy Awards. So we all took on stations, so I just want to get a run through of what those stations are going to look like. Before we do that, I'm just going to run down what that looks like on the day of. So we have the red carpet outside, we'll have students that'll be taking pictures, we'll have our step and repeat as they're being welcomed in, based off those the QR codes from our flyer. The flyers are up around the school, so you should see that all around the building. There's also a QR code. Ms. Marsh sent out the invitations, and we have our list here. Ms. Marsh is working on that, and so we have the list of who is coming and who's not. So then there will be like a check-in. They'll be escorted to their tables. We have a speaker that's doing the speaker portion of the event. We have dinner. The stations would happen simultaneously, so when they're coming in, like during that time of like the red carpet, they'll have an opportunity to go to the stations, and we'll get into that now. So Craft, you're working on station 1, so what you got?
Yes, so my station will be the stakeholder input station. So the purpose is to collect the real feedback in real time from the families and the community. We'll have the station set up with table with clipboards with QR codes and posters with signage that says your voice matters at Utopian. I'll have some cards that I'll have printed out and placed. Some of the questions will be, what do you love most about Utopian Academy? What would you like to see more of next school year? How can we better support your child academically? And how can we improve school culture and engagement? I also have the survey with the paper or QR code with a scale of 1 to 5. I feel welcome at Utopian. My child is supported academically. My child is engaged in learning, and I feel informed about school events. And then I'll have an open response with just a suggestion for improvement. And that's it.
All right, sounds good. Anybody have something to add to that, or we all agree on station 1?
No, I think that's great for station 1.
Thank you.
All right, perfect. Thanks, Craft. You always do a great job.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
All right, station 2. Which one of you guys had station 2? Okay, go ahead.
So for station 2, that's our academic data station, and the purpose is to make our data visible, simple, and meaningful. And we're gonna try to set it up in trifold boards or posters, and we're gonna have the charts color coded so it can be simple and visual. And we're gonna title it Our Growth, Our Goals, Our Future.
All right, I like that.
And the sections will be set up in 3. So the first section will be where we started with beginning of year data and WEAA, iReady, etc., things like that. And then the second section will be our growth, so percentage of growth per grade level, and then we can sort of highlight each of the wins. Like for example, like 6th grade reading grew by whatever percent. So in the third section will be where we're going, so focusing on the future school goals, focus areas, reading, writing, math, etc. And then to make it a little more parent friendly, we can like avoid using like any particular jargon, and make sure we use visuals, make sure everything looks nice and is easy to understand.
Awesome.
You can add a QR code to learn more about how to support your child at home.
I like that. Okay, sis. Yes. I love that. All right. So, anybody have anything to add to station 2?
I think that's great.
No, I think it's gonna be good.
Yeah. I think
yeah.
that data piece
That
is
is-
really gonna,
yeah.
that's where we're gonna bring in that academic piece where parents will really just understand what the data means and all that good stuff, like in the midst of all the fun.
Yes.
All right. Marsh?
Yeah, so I have station 3. It's the arts integration station. You guys know all about arts integration, so I love that station. So we're gonna be doing it in a gallery style display, and it's gonna be called the Art of Learning at Utopian. So we're gonna have student artwork like visual art pieces. We're gonna have some film clips, some writing samples, and we're gonna have some projects shown as well. So part of it's gonna be interactive. We're gonna have create your own art wall, and then we're gonna have a sticky note wall that says what inspires you, so parents and scholars can contribute.
Oh, I like that.
It'll be great.
Awesome. Okay. Anybody have something to add to that? Anything else that we need to add for arts integration? I love that, arts integration is what really just kind of, separates us from the rest. It's our claim to fame. So I like that we are making sure that our parents know what that looks like at our school.
Yeah,
I love it.
All right.
good stuff.
So to just kind of go back over the flow, we have our welcome, red carpet, all those things when they come in. We have our station 1, which is the stakeholder input. You have station 2, which is our academic data. And then station 3, which is our arts integration. After that, we'll go into actual Academy Awards. Ms. Marsh has all of those names of the students that have been nominated. Excellence in ELA, excellence in math, most improved student, visual arts, film media, so on and so forth. And then we're gonna go, what else do we need to discuss? Oh, the nomination forms. The teachers already have filled those out.
Yes.
So you have that, and then how did we end up doing that with just like a student and did they have to give reasons?
It was solely the teacher's responsibility. So it was up to them. At their discretion of who they thought would be the best out of all their students. So.
Okay, cool. So that's cool. Okay, and then program. Who's working on the program? Is it gonna be QR code?
Actually, I probably could